You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? Good thing that conversation's done.
Right.
Finish what we're doing, and we are doing another AfterBuzz TV After Show for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Call Me Miss USA, Season 5, Episode 3. And we are fully stacked for hosts tonight, and I'm super excited.
Yay. It is the
Guess who's back?
Of all
Everyone, let's give a pageant wave.
Elbow, elbow,
back
wrist,
again.
wrist.
Elbow, wrist. Where's
That's
Cat
too
Bills
much.
when you need her? Guess who came to join us all of a sudden? Miss Stephanie Bauer.
Wow.
Don't put the camera. Stop, guys.
Was that the final surprise?
Sorry, we ruined it. My bad.
I had a whole thing planned out. We're gonna pretend.
Wait, no, I remember I did that on accident the first time I started with you guys, and she chewed me out.
All right, don't talk about it.
I was just the fake ploy to fake get excited about when it's really Courtney we're excited.
All right, well, damn it. I'm DJ Jesse Janedy. But now, yes, she's not on the phone. She's actually back in studio seasons later. The one, the only, the lovely, the gorgeous Courtney Stewart.
Hi. Sorry I ruined your beautiful.
I did. I had everyone's thing planned out.
But it's all new for me. I'm excited because I haven't been in studio ever with
You're like,
Stephanie, have I?
No, we did the
we did
MTV Awards,
MTV, but we've never been here.
No, yeah, and we always say Courtney's
one
like
day.
Wizard of Oz.
One day, yeah.
It was
Usually I'm
all
the voice
meant
of Oz.
to be here, and you are.
I'm here. Hello.
All right, now, let's just give her credit.
Woo!
Stephanie Bauer, rocking a lovely yellow top to match her lovely yellow mic. Canary yellow.
Canary.
It matches the mic too.
She's Miss Busy all the time. She can't come in studio. And we have Sir Mykee Wattz.
Hello.
Rocking an S&M type
I was gonna say, what is that?
That's how I
I'm
feel
looking for
today.
your guns and your knives.
He channeled Rihanna.
Yes.
La man, Mykita. I don't know where that one came from.
Awkward.
It rolls off your tongue.
Yes, rocking a lovely jean top with a luscious red lipstick.
Also very Rihanna.
Her 18 inches isn't in yet.
Not yet.
But it's coming, folks. We have the one, the only Corrinne Williams.
And it's actually a denim dress, not to be confused with a shirt. Get your life.
Bang, bang.
All right, let's talk about some tea, y'all.
The tea.
First of all, let's talk about some people who don't even matter at the beginning of this. Kim and Kandi, they are just snores this season. I love me some Kandi. I know some people feel differently.
I think Kandi will get better. I don't think she's a snore quite yet.
Yeah, I like Kandi.
I don't think she's going to get better, and here's my opinion. I don't think she's going to get better because I think she realizes she's a little above this.
Yeah.
In the sense of, oh, I actually have a strong career. I don't want to get in the mix-up of this situation that's going on. Now, I know, Corrinne, you feel a little differently.
Yes.
Speak your mind.
Well, I like Kandi. However, I just feel she's a little messy, like I said last week. You know, she likes to stir the pot. You know, the he say, she say, etc. I mean, to her own credit, yeah, she is very successful in the music industry with her Grammy that we saw on the table.
Does she only have one?
You saw one with her Grammy. And
That would have been a little excessive if she had like 20 of them sitting out there, though.
yeah, with her one Grammy. I mean, it's cool.
Girl, boss.
Nonetheless,
Can we Google this?
I don't know why.
I think we do have to
honestly don't
Google
know
that.
why she wanted to do the show, though. Because, like I said, in the music industry, she definitely, you know, she's known. So I don't know why she took a step back, in my opinion, to do
Because the records, like I've said before, the records she writes are dated. They're 90s records. So she has nothing else.
And she launched her bedroom candy, so it's like an avenue for her to do other businesses.
Right.
So she's trying to become more of a personality, but she got a man now. She ain't gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
She's gonna be with her man up in her new house, like building and making shit. Nobody cares.
Making a baby with their bedroom candy.
And she does want to make babies.
Get your life.
No, she's finally gonna put the bedroom candy away so she can make a baby. Because
She definitely has baby making hips. That girl got a dong.
Whoa.
Oh, she got a dong.
Birthing
She got a
hips.
dong.
Hey,
She got a dong.
She got a dong.
Courtney, last season I think we spoke about how Kandi may not be coming back. She was talking about it, right?
Because they had the whole candy factory thing,
Which,
and that didn't do anything, actually. I didn't watch
Never even seen an
it
episode.
ever. I actually looked for it, but I didn't watch it. Really.
I saw the first one.
How was it? All right.
I don't think it went I really don't think it aired more than like a couple of episodes, because I feel like I remember it coming out and then I went to go like find it and it was no more. So I just think it was a tank to begin with.
Well, hopefully they can take that production and put it into Candy Coated Nights, because I would love to see that be successful.
But didn't you guys say it's no good?
It's horrible.
Yeah.
No.
It just looks bad.
It needs a little touching up.
They need to get
Like
the
it needs some
AfterBuzz
elbow grease.
production
Yeah.
design
They need the
up
AfterBuzz.
in there.
Put some money into it.
And
then
maybe
I think
replace some of
it'll
the
be
hosts.
And not have Stevie J and Jocelyn's drunk ass on the show.
No, that was actually really entertaining.
I was gonna say
Not for
that
me.
sounds amazing to me.
was.
It wasn't for me.
I thought.
And then Mimi randomly showing up an hour into the show.
Why
I
do
thought
they
it was-
exist?
Oh, and the show should not be longer than an hour.
I'm sorry.
The show's like 3 hours
They're
long.
awful.
Hey, you know what? AfterBuzz used to have 2-hour shows.
That was
we
a
grow.
good time.
Those were some.
Those were the good days.
So yeah, Kandi was kind of a little snore this episode with moving. Her uncle was her uncle.
Honey, yeah.
Who just said
hilarious.
that? Was that you?
I said
I was looking at your mouth in the movie. You're like her uncle. I was like, Stephanie, speak.
No, it was her uncle's good. Her mom's always good, right? Her mom is the one we always saw last season, right?
Miss
Yeah.
Joyce.
Yeah,
Joyce.
she should have a little
Joyce.
family
Yeah,
show.
where is she?
She probably don't want to come back on the show from that whole stripper
from
situation.
last
She
year.
did not like ridiculous.
I did. Holler.
Girl, he plays for the wrong team.
I'm not your friend. I'm your mama.
You can't be having dick something in my face. It was bad. It was bad. How you gonna? Come on now. Phaedra knew better than that. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think she should have.
We'll talk about
Because she
Phaedra.
wouldn't have had her mom up in there looking at ridiculous. So she should have known better.
Yeah.
All right, and then we had Kim, who we're moving.
I know,
Like
I'm
honestly,
so
that's all they keep writing
I
is
want to have
Kim's
sex
moving.
with my husband. We're moving. Oh God.
Fast forward.
I'm
Now-
gonna eat.
Eviction.
Can they get
Auto
some new
show.
lines, because they say the same thing?
Yeah.
Every week, you're gonna have to put it away, and
You're gonna have to stay off it, like.
Ew.
and
Sweetie's always sitting there like,
just like Chris Rock, like just done and over.
No,
it.
she's sitting there secretly hoping, like, can I join?
I don't think so.
ew.
I think they actually probably do have a little.
Mykee always thinks that. No, you think Brianna.
Yeah, Brianna ran off.
Yes.
Did some things in the shed and got
Yes.
sent.
I mean,
away.
it's a theory. You never know. She's growing into a young woman, so.
Well, actually, funny, because in the preview for next week, they show the girls come back, and I feel like they dumbed her image down. I'm wondering if they did that purposely. She's wearing a tie-dye, like,
Yep, she looks
from
a
like
mess.
camping,
That's
and
what
her
her
hair.
she went from tie-dye to the bathing suit and looking at herself in the window like, oh, am I
But
looking
she's
good?
moving. What attire is she supposed to wear?
Well, Brianna was
Moving
always
clothes.
like hating on doing anything, so she should be sitting on the sideline in the pool with her bikini on, talking about, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Don't we have Sweetie for that?
Oh my God.
The
The
hell?
slave.
The slave.
That helped.
The slave.
All right, well,
I'm sick of hearing Kim complaining about moving and being homeless, and she's not going to pay for this, and she's not going to pay for that. I'm like, bitch, you're not
Don't
paying
give me
for
that homeless crap.
anything.
And she's gonna take all her flowers and all her landscaping. Like,
She just keeps
Who
saying
does
that
that?
she's going to pay for everything. She's like, I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying for that. And Croy's just sitting there not saying anything. I mean, what's he going to say? But she's not
It's
paying for
my money.
anything.
what is her income?
Nothing.
$40,000 worth of planting flowers, landscaping.
Gold digger?
And you don't
Does
even,
that-
Dummy
but
now.
hold on, you don't even own your house.
Yeah, why
Your
would you do that?
Yeah, Kim,
Smarty.
Your priority.
Do you need a degree
Smart.
for gold digger?
First of all, you don't even have a house to plant your flowers in.
Well, that's what she
Boom,
did.
that's
She was
my
planting
point.
it at the other house.
Where the hell you
Girl,
want
where,
to
in
take
the
all those
town-
flowers?
The townhouse?
No, at the house she didn't own because she thought she was going to own it. She wasn't smart enough to realize you should get the appraisal first. then plant your 40 grand worth of flowers.
Call my father.
How you
That's
doing?
what he does.
She just lies.
What did you say? Hashtag white girl problems.
White girl problem.
They don't just kick us out of the house.
And then her problem was the mere fact that she was going to be a big beach well going to the community pool.
Yeah. Damn it.
The community pool.
So
Really, girl?
gross.
I go every day. Get your life.
But I was actually shocked when she said the square footage of the
Me
condo,
too.
of the townhouse. It's like 5,000 something. I was
5,000.
like, what? Where? First of all, where was all that square footage? Because we've seen this place for like 3 years on
Yeah.
TV. And what are you complaining about? The average house in America is like 1,800 square feet.
But that
Y'all
wasn't
living
even
in,
the
like-
worst part, though. She said it wasn't big enough for the new baby. I'm like, how much square footage does a new
Because
baby
what
need?
that baby gonna be on your
Because
The baby doesn't have a
a
basketball court.
basketball court.
run on to play on. The baby is gonna be.
You have a
here,
community
Kim.
pool. There's no community basketball court.
Baby's gonna be
Honey,
struggle.
but you know, today
Those
on
streets are dangerous.
TMZ, her dad called her a pathological liar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And said that she's a bad role model for her.
That was
mad.
that was my news. and
Married
gossip.
twice. Get your life. 3.
Well,
Did he say why? What his reason?
they're not talking at this point, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
they're
just-
not.
The mother, Kathy, had put out a lawsuit against Kim to
What?
see the children.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, she wants I don't know how to say it. Grandparent rights
Right.
to visitation rights to see the kids.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Does she win, or is that still in process?
It's still pending. They have like 60 days until their court date.
I didn't even really know that was an option.
Hey,
I didn't know you could do that.
I know a lot about custody court, and I didn't know that.
Courtney's like,
Didn't
Sounds
know
like
that
white
was an
girl problems
option.
again.
Yeah. Maybe they do that for those people.
Yes.
Well, what we
The
need
rest
you
of us
guys
just
to
get baby daddies. Go on. Sorry.
what you
No, we
guys
just
need
take
to
those
do
kids.
for us people here at AfterBuzz is we need your help. You guys keep the conversations going on YouTube.
Yeah.
However, and I gotta can we give our fans, as I like to say, the kids at home,
Thank
a round
you,
of
guys.
applause because y'all have kept us at number 3 for steady, I think, 2 weeks now.
All right. Hey,
I love the
didn't even
comments
know
on
that.
me.
So
what did you get?
What did they say?
It's because y'all so pretty.
Okay, on iTunes. So what we need y'all to do is from number 3, bump us up to number 1. You need rate, subscribe, download, and comment on iTunes. We
Yes.
love the feed on
Positive and negative
Yes.
feedbacks are always welcome. Love them.
Go back to 1973. But you can download, rate, subscribe on iTunes.
That was a read.
Not read, but read.
Cynthia knows how to read, honey.
All right, well, before we get into Cynthia, let's talk about Miss NeNe.
Yes.
And Cynthia, they did a little trip to
had a
New York. But before the trip to New York, her and Greg were getting their little.
And Greg needed it done.
Those
He
toes.
needed it done.
Those toes is all I have to say. I don't want to see Greg. I don't want to see those toes.
At least he getting them done, girl.
But how dare you pull those toes out anywhere? Like, I don't care. Like, I know that nail lady was like, oh my God, what is this? This is like a war zone right here.
Those toes.
Yeah.
I love how Lawrence walked in and was giving them marital advice, telling Greg what to do. He's like, you just need to do that. Like, who are you?
And Lawrence, you can't even get married. Get your life, please.
I don't know. But I liked what
That
he
was a-
said.
That was a read. Ooh, just story time is open today.
Our show is so educational. So educational.
Oh, wow.
But how do you guys feel about this whole? Let's go, Courtney, because you love you some NeNe and Greg.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? How do you feel about Greg
love.
coming back and pushing this whole key thing? And
I think that NeNe loves it, and I think she loves the attention, and I think she wants him to be going after her, even though what Lawrence said actually I thought was good too. Like, because it is kind of like, can you shut up already? Like,
Yeah.
relax, and she'll be all right. But I think NeNe actually likes it, because if she didn't, we would see her be much more disgusted. She just wants him to keep working
She
for her.
loves
She's
it.
like feeding off
But
of
I'm
it.
afraid it's going to stay like that forever now. He's that role now, and she's going to keep him in that role, like just constantly beg for the key and constantly praise me.
You
and
think so?
Am I
Yeah,
the only
it's
one
done.
in the dark with the relationship though? Because why did
I
it
am.
ultimately fail? They
Well,
never really explained the
She
real.
got too big for her britches, I think.
Well, supposedly he was also a little shady as a husband.
Yeah, remember the whole
Not
phone call
Beyond
thing?
that, because when she was saying, when they talked about the phone call and how
phone call.
when she had her real emotional moment where she was like, I have been good to you all a lot, and you have done me wrong. So I don't really know what all that wrong was.
We don't know.
But there was some extra going on right now because he's begging a little too hard for just to be her fault that she got back.
It seems like he cheated or something, as he is begging
with
really
the money.
hard.
I don't think he cheated. I definitely think he messed with money because after that story broke, there were like people in Atlanta in various places coming out saying, "Oh, he's a shady landlord, a shady business guy." And NeNe was saying that she lost a lot of friends, you know, during their duration of their marriage because of his business dealings.
And that's how she and Dwight parted ways.
Get your
Where's Dwight when you need him with that $100,000?
And did y'all peep when NeNe said, "Oh no, Lawrence, he wants me back now that I'm gone," or like something to the fact that he knows what he missed or something. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So that was really interesting.
I did think it was interesting. I think also it's funny because I'm sure a lot of people also put it out there. I mean, Stephanie, I can put you in this category. I'm asking, in the sense of you guys do think that his love for her is real?
Yeah.
Their relationship?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because so no one looks at it like, well, now she's becoming successful.
That's only a natural instinct. If you see the person you're with being successful, you're gonna want them a little more. What's wrong with that? You know, and you always want, once it's gone, you realize what you missed and things like that.
But here's my thing, because with the whole she's moving to LA, and then he's saying, oh, I'm gonna have the key. She's like, the key to what? A hotel? If you know you're in the wrong, wouldn't you say, yeah, I'm going to get a place out there, and I'm going to try and work back in there?
Here's the thing, and this is coming from a man's standpoint. What is going on is he's basically like, I made NeNe. I put in all this work, and now she's not about to leave me and be successful and famous without me. So
did he?
He's not saying that. He's not going to flat out say that, but that's what he wants. That's what he wants. He's not about to do all this. She's not about to be successful without me.
No, I don't think it's that.
I think it's that.
Please let us know.
Please tell me what you think. I think it's that.
Girlfriend, you talking? Go ahead. Go ahead, Corrinne.
I don't think it's that. I really think that they hit a place in their marriage where NeNe was feeling like she was the bomb.com, and it created a huge rift because of some of the other things that he's done.
I agree with that part so far.
Nonetheless, I think that I just want to know what you have to say now. Right. No, I don't want to finish. I'm just over here eyeballing you on the side.
I mean, we're on the same page. I think that the show was a channel, and he was supportive of his big personality. Why NeNe's personality didn't come because of the show. She had that beforehand. Right. She's been trying to act before that. The show just gave her a platform. Right. I think that he's been supportive and all of that as the things were happening and things were going great. I think she started smelling herself a little bit. Boom. He was probably having some financial issues at the time. That all together.
So you agree?
I think there was a power dynamic change that they didn't know how to deal with because he had been the support and the everything for her for so long, and now she's able to do that. So that's the sort of man role shift. And I think ego-wise, because Greg is an old school player, man. Like, he's been on his stuff. Right. So I don't think it's the mentality so that I made you, bitch, and you gonna take me with you. Like, I don't think it's
not
that.
So vulgar, but it's it's not as vulgar, but it wasn't as vulgar. It's just, come on now.
I just think that it's not about, I think it's just that he had to get comfortable with the fact that he is not here anymore and they're more here.
Right.
Agreed.
Here. No, I think they're here because if NeNe was, because there's some NeNe, she's not
big.
She's not that big. Number one.
Compared to Greg.
Whoa.
No, but Greg is a legitimate businessman though. Like,
if NeNe walked
legitimate.
That's what they said about Peter too.
Hollywood disappears. Nobody said Peter was a legitimate businessman. we don't worry about Peter for like 2 years now. But
that is a read, a read.
But yeah, like NeNe's like the new normal could get canceled and we could like not hear from NeNe again and she'd be trying to be on the Real Housewives for another 2 years
so wait a
before
minute.
something else
Hold up,
happened.
because Miss NeNe was on the subway and people recognized who she was.
Little kids that watch Glee.
But not from where she originally came from. Weren't you on Glee? Right. But she had like what, an episode or two?
Yeah. No,
come on.
Cultural, she had about 4.
She had a nice arc.
4 episodes.
Yeah, she had an arc.
Here's the thing.
A little storyline.
NeNe was on an episode of Glee.
Look, close your book, girl. Stop reading.
The library is open right now.
You said NeNe was on Glee.
I mean, she's on Glee, and that's great, and she has this new normal show, but if she was to walk into the Oscars or anything that means anything in this business that she wants to be in, I don't think anyone would recognize
Wait a
her.
minute, she was a host
But
on
she's a
that
tall.
show. What show was that?
But she's a
She
tall.
recognized. Come on, Stephanie. They at least know who she is.
You really think really serious people in the business, like
I mean,
Martin
I don't-
Scorsese as an actor, you think he would recognize
Yo, you know he
NeNe?
might watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Or Celebrity
like-
Apprentice?
I
or-
like
I hope
NeNe
Martin
a lot.
Scorsese
I don't
has
think,
better
like, the-
things to do than watch the Real Housewives.
Exactly.
Amen.
That's all.
Amen. But I don't know necessarily that she's trying to be in that crew anyway. But I feel what you're saying. Like,
just-
she's not A-list.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I like
She
NeNe.
thinks she is.
And that's the thing. I like NeNe. I think she's doing really well, but you guys are saying she's so above Greg. Like, she's
Yeah,
not
I
that
agree.
amazing. Like, she's not doing that well.
I don't think she's above Greg. I was not a part of that
If she was above
situation.
Greg, she would be gone.
I am very rich.
But
bitch.
here's my thing.
That's what she would be
with-
She
saying
is
to Greg.
above Sheree.
There we go.
She by Sheree.
I'm proud of NeNe. I'm glad what she's doing, what
I
she's
love
doing.
NeNe.
Now,
Oh.
this whole trip to New York.
The other thing about NeNe is she keeps talking about that she's over Kim and she's over the petty stuff. And the other girls are giving her a hard time about that, but she's exactly right. I mean, I just think of myself as an example. When I lived in this little small town in Florida, all I cared about was the little drama,
Yep.
the little gossip. But now that I'm out here doing a career in business, like, I could care less. So the girls are giving her a hard time about that, but of course she doesn't have time for that. She's shooting a TV show and she's shooting this.
But it's always good to
NeNe
see your
Leakes.
enemies eat their words.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a good feeling.
Quoting Oprah, she said, "Success is the best revenge."
Right.
Did
Thanks,
Oprah say that? I
Honey.
don't think she said that. That doesn't sound very Oprah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Oprah's a beast at heart.
On
Trust
one
me.
of her- on
Oprah's
I'm
a
okay
beast.
with that.
on
Oprah's a
few of her
beast.
shows.
On Revenge, I love that quote. I think it's great because it's exactly right. But that doesn't sound
But
like
wait,
Oprah.
wait. Do you think Kim's really sitting there eating
No.
her words? I think Kim's sitting at home. I think, yes, at one point when she did
She was
Tardy for the
angry and
Party,
pregnant.
Kim wanted fame. But now at this point, I don't think she wants fame.
Give
I
it
think
2
she's.
years.
Wait a
Give
second.
it
You
2
think
years.
so?
She's gonna get divorced.
I
She's
think
gonna
she
have these
likes
little
success.
babies,
She's
gonna get
and
bored.
She's gonna be bored.
Wait a
'cause
second.
She is so narcissistic.
Everybody on the show wants success.
Or they
yes.
wouldn't be
That's
on
the
the
point of
show.
being on there.
Or
She's
success.
hungry for it. Kim
fame or
is.
success?
For
Fame.
both.
It's
Really?
a platform to create
She's
success.
above all. She's fame, success, money. She got the man. She
Don't
got the
even-
Wait,
kids.
did I say Kim?
Yeah.
Because I
Yes,
meant
ma'am.
NeNe. Change everything. I
Oh,
meant
well, that
NeNe.
changes the whole dynamic of the
I
conversation.
meant NeNe. NeNe was in her interview, in her sit down. She's like, I just don't think about that stuff anymore. I don't think about the drama.
Oh, no, you
days."
said
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant
Oh,
NeNe,
okay.
not Kim.
Oh, okay.
We just
But
launched
NeNe
off
also said,
Okay.
I am the star of the show.
Well, she
But
is.
she is.
They
She's the
said, why is
highest
this
paid
show
housewife."
successful? Because of me. So then she's thinking about things like that.
Well, now here's a question.
But
If
it's
you
true.
won't tout your own horn, who
It's
will?
truth.com. And she is the highest paid housewife.
There's a
Everyone
reason.
knows her name who
Is it-
watches the housewife franchises.
Did she get a
They're-
mill this season?
I need to be a real housewife right now.
I know she was making up to 500.
No, it was 750 last year.
Well,
last
whatever. She got more money than
season. I
me.
think she
right
pushed
now.
to a mill now.
Holler.
From Real Housewives?
I'll be a
Yeah,
real
she was the
girl.
highest
I'll be a
paid,
real fake
750.
housewife,
Guys,
but I'm
She
not
was
a
actually the
white-
highest
Let's
paid
not talk
housewife out
over
of all
each
of
other.
them. I think.
All right, let's move on to Phaedra, who's trying to get her money too by making a booty workout tape.
Does Apollo have a job?
A donkey booty. It's a donkey booty.
Donkey booty video.
She had 3 quotes that I loved. She said,
Please say it.
you gotta make the booty donkey. Then she said, the beginning stages of Afroism.
Afro.
And then she said, when the Lord said booty, I said 2 scoops.
That was great.
So here's the thing that I do like about her and Apollo. I love that she always, I don't know, you guys are just gonna read this one. I love that she loves to include Apollo. I know she kind of needs to try and get him a job.
Yeah.
Because
He's not the repo man anymore.
He's a nutritionist and fitness.
He just passed the test.
Guru
girl. He ain't got no
guy.
job.
He's about to be on that donkey booty. Ow, get yo.
And by donkey booty,
Well, I
you mean
think
Kenya?
Phaedra's a smart woman, great entrepreneur, great mind. She's willing to do things that are different. Like, who thinks to do a donkey booty video and then have your
Jane
own funeral
Fonda.
home video? I mean, video, but your own
Hello.
funeral home. And now she wants to expand to dogs. Like, she's intelligent. I like her. I like her hustle.
She is a
Her
hustler.
tenacity.
She is a hustler. We will
Keep
give
it
her that.
business.
And she said she likes letting other women giving them their opportunity to shine because she's trying to bring Kenya in now. She's like, you can produce my workout team.
No, she found a free producer.
That is,
Exactly.
that is the beginning of the end.
Wow. We just saw it.
Hallelujah.
Yep.
She goes, I would love to give you that opportunity.
You have opened
And
the
my
door.
man.
Oh, he's a nutritionist.
And you have a donkey
and a
booty
trainer?
too.
This is not gonna go well.
Now, question for you guys, because I might have missed it. How did that conversation from producing this booty fitness video go from that to Kenya crying about her mom?
Oh, yeah.
Was it just an awkward segue? It was interesting to get in touch with why she became that, and then she explained how she had to learn to forgive her mother, because when she learned to forgive, she became a different person because she was a hell to work with.
Yes.
She used to be a hell. Apparently, this is the good Kenya that we were witnessing.
I love Kenya. Kenya, I love you. I think they started out with that, right? Or
No, they ended with
they
that.
ended with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was probably something like Phaedra's like, well, look how great you are. You've come so far.
My mother.
Yeah.
And in the fashion of a great Miss USA,
What
you
is
have to turn up the heat, the feelings and emotions. So she was like, well, I may be great
The
now,
sympathy
but
vote.
Yeah.
Courtney,
it's a
you
long
sound-
way to get this
You're
point.
right.
Courtney,
You know what I
you
mean?
sound real quiet over there.
Kendra is a real special kind of crazy, and I'm gonna just. Let it
Well,
go.
Phaedra called her a different kind of bird.
Exactly.
Oh no!
And she admitted
she says, "I'm in love with her eccentric and crazy self. She has. I'm interested in her odd behavior." Phaedra on Kenya, I put
Odd behavior.
her odd behavior.
I would love to just sit with Phaedra one day. Just sit at a restaurant and just watch her. She just. Just leg folded out with her prayer napkin on her. Yeah.
Her prayer napkin. Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Well, what did you guys think about Kenya divulging that bit of information about her personal life?
She's
and
talked
her
about it
mother?
before.
Yeah.
Like, she kind of has mentioned it a lot,
With her aunt. I think it's her way of
Last.
kind of.
proving how great she is. That she
Excusing her
made
psychosis.
it. Yeah.
I think that's more what it is.
Okay.
Like, I'm real crazy, but that's a good reason.
Right.
My mom was even crazier.
Exactly. It's
Wait,
my
I think
genes.
it's
I
genuine.
can't help it.
It's definitely genuine.
So you guys honestly think she thinks that she's crazy? I think in her mind,
No.
she thinks I am a smart, strong, independent woman.
Yeah.
Girl, no, you are not.
I think she feels, and rightfully so, that she's made it. I mean, because she's accomplished this huge title, and that she came from essentially, using air quotes here,
Wait a
loosely
minute.
nothing like, you know, this mother who neglected her emotionally,
Right.
you know, and physically, it seems. So I think that she feels like she came a long way.
By the way she acts, which is quote unquote a bitch sometimes, I think she feels entitled to acting that way because of the way she was brought up.
Yeah, I think that's just insecurity.
I fought all my
wrapped
life.
up in a good hair weave.
Well, that's where insecurities
It is a
come
good
from.
one.
The way she was raised.
Nice.
It's like, wait.
Is that Bella Dream hair, Kenya? Can you tweet me?
Can you let
At
us
just
know?
saying
She's
away.
got- I love her
It's got the
hair.
good.
Yeah.
It's thick, and
Portia's
the highlights
hair
are
is nice.
wonderful.
Girl, everything.
Yeah.
What show was this again?
Her hair
You're not
is
feeling
good.
her weave? Her hair is, she's got lush, good
Oh,
sex
Lord.
hair.
It's beautiful.
Mikey thinks Kenya is drop dead ugly.
I think she's
I don't want to hear no Beyonce
beautiful.
comparisons ever again.
Wait, yeah,
I
we
mean,
did.
I'm not comparing her to Beyonce, but I think she's beautiful.
I'm not
She's pretty.
comparing her to be.
She's pretty.
She's aight.
Pretty.
She's got really bad skin.
She got a
but she's
donkey
pretty.
booty.
She didn't used to have bad skin.
it goes
though.
in and out. you know.
like 50 something.
I did a Google
So
search on
adult
her.
acne happens, okay? It
I'm not
happens.
saying that. I'm just saying.
Give the girl a break.
She's aight.
Is she cute? All right, so let's move into our newest housewife,
Oh, jeez.
I love her.
Porsha.
I'm the only one that likes her.
I'm Hosea Williams-Stewart,
It was more like,
granddaughter,
hello.
and and I'm doing a charity for. Oh,
So are you married? I'm married. Yeah, and
Here's
like
the thing with that lunch. I didn't know who she was. The new girl's been kind of a secret to me. I haven't really looked to know. No, seriously.
she should have stayed a
That was
secret.
I thought this girl was a random chick that was like trying to get on the show with this lunch date, and then now she's already a
She's
cast
supposed to be
member.
somebody.
Yeah, I agree with you. They didn't set it up well, but I knew who she was.
Yeah, but
Right, I did not.
I'm just saying from that
Introduce her, though.
lunch, it seemed like she was trying to get on the show.
No.
It's like, you're already on
It
the
was
show.
embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
I'm embarrassed that my grandma lived on Hosea Williams Drive.
I feel like honestly, she's going to be edited as the punching bag because she was this
Yeah.
As a
episode
punching bag, you think?
for Kenya.
Yeah.
She's an easy target.
I don't think so.
By
No,
last
I don't know.
episode.
She kind of came
holds her-
back to Kenya. I don't feel
No. I said, okay, this episode, I think she was edited. I think, like, we watched come on, when they sat down for lunch, she looked like a dumb twit. Like, the way she was,
Like, I mean, like, I'm really excited to see you. Like, former celebrity or Miss USA.
like, no, bye, you were not. Girl, sit down.
Do we know if she's head of the Isaiah Williams Foundation, or is it?
It's Hosea.
Hosea.
L.
Hosea.
I would say
Hosea?
no.
You're
Hosea.
black. You said Isaiah.
I'm sorry, I said Isaiah.
Out of here.
Good night.
Hosea.
Sorry.
L. Williams.
Hosea Williams Foundation. Does she run that?
I mean,
Or is it
aunt
still by her
does. Her aunt.
Oh,
was
okay.
gonna
So it really
say.
wasn't her event.
My favorite quote
it
was,
was her excuse to get on the show, peeps.
Right.
Like,
Well, no.
she don't even know what the thing supports. She kept saying, "This is for the kids. It's for the kids. What kids, chick? What kids? Do you have any idea who you're giving this money
they
to?"
feed children
I can't
and
listen to
homeless people. She was right in
When
that
they don't
regard.
have anything anymore.
neither did that foundation,
Ever.
apparently, according to that charity event. But I love Miss Kenya. She made the quote, being a celebrity or a former Miss USA. Yes, girl, let's stick with
Let's
the Miss
stick
Former
with-
USA.
yes.
Let's not call ourselves a celebrity.
Well, honestly, I really think Kenya has a hard time relating to other black women.
Or other human beings? Like,
No, why do you say that?
but
That's
because she's
interesting.
been rude specifically to the black women on this show. So I feel like she has a.
has she interacted with any white women?
Just Cynthia. She was rude to.
I mean, I saw how nice she was to the waitress. She was white. She was like, "Well, how do you feel that?" And I'm like, "Okay, but she's rude to everybody else." I don't know. It just.
I don't take it like that. I think that in viewing the conversation that Porsha and Kenya had edited or scripted or not had, excuse me, I think that she just has insecurities when she is in
Around
the presence
powerful
of
women?
other beautiful, powerful women. And
Possibly.
I think that she maybe felt threatened because Porsha is a housewife, a legitimate housewife with a man who has status, clout, money, a name. He's on TV.
Well, because one of the things I was thinking was, yeah, Porsha
And she's younger.
Porsha sounds annoying and dumb, but the question she was asking wasn't out of the ordinary to have between two people
But here's-
at a table.
That's the thing. Kenny was a little right, though. She's like, this is a business lunch. So what do you guys think? Was she right or was she
That-
wrong? Because I just felt like she wanted to be friends with Kenya.
No,
There's
no,
nothing
no, no.
wrong
That could have been handled on the phone then. Who does that?
What could have been handled on the phone? Talking about
Inviting-
marriage and
inviting her to come. It wasn't just a business lunch.
no,
Was it? Kenya thought it was.
Come, Kenya knew
Kenya's
better.
crazy.
Kenya knew better.
Come on, like yes, you can have. How many of us have gone out to business
Yeah.
meetings? But
No.
hey, you have a little
It turns personal.
recreational
She was-
conversation.
yeah, she was-
Especially by just two people.
Yeah, she
I
was
mean,
asking. She wasn't asking any wrong questions, I don't think. He's like, are you married?
And you know
Yeah.
you're going to be a housewife with her on the show.
I
like-
think Kenya was giving her a really hard time.
But insecurities because she's insecure about not being married at her age and the kids because then she said, at 30 something I wanted to have my first child and she was
30.
like, I wish I had that problem. I'll have the salad. No candy walnuts.
Oh man.
Touche.
Wow.
I don't know. I just think she has issues in that regard. I mean, because she's younger. Like, she could essentially be like maybe her auntie, right? Portia's auntie. So she automatically didn't like her. And then when she's with the camera by herself, she's like making fun of the way that she speaks. Like, oh my God, I'm a cheerleader. Yeah, I just think that's Porsha. Like, she's young, she's vibrant,
Yeah.
she's fun.
She's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But
I
she
think
couldn't
she's
remember the
smart.
word recession. That one kind of got me. That was kind of interesting.
Who, Porsha
Funny.
or
Yeah, Porsha.
Kenya? Oh, okay.
She's like, because we're in this like,
Oh,
what's
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Recession. I thought that was funny. And then what I did think was funny, her voice was like, got me like in a zone. I started not paying attention. I started paying attention to the white girl in the back that was like, oh my God, I'm on camera. And she like rewinded to that part and she's like sitting really tall. And then there's one point when she like wants to go touch her nose, but she knows she's being filmed. And she was just like, she wasn't looking at the camera the whole time. She like touches her nose and like looks directly at the camera. Like, oh my God, they just cut that.
But you guys,
Portia's mind made me go to that.
you guys, she's a real housewife.
Boom.
Thank you. The reason the show was created is to, in a way, make fun of the women that have nothing to do while their husbands are out making all the money. Kenya is not a housewife. Kandi is not a housewife. Finally, we're back to the roots, and this girl is the epitome of a housewife throwing fake charity events.
Come on.
Yup.
Finally,
Come
bravo.
on.
That may be
Finally.
true. But
That's
we're going to
so
see
true.
how strong Kordell and Portia's relationship really is now that they're on the show.
He
Because
seems like he loves it.
Why do you say that?
because the
Google
Housewives
Gaga
has
for
been
her.
known to make relationships fail,
Yeah.
marriages fail.
Any reality show.
I
Any
think that
reality
they're
show.
strong.
I
he's head over
thought
heels
so.
for her.
I mean, and
You can see
obviously
it.
he is.
He adores her.
His money must be behind the foundation because, girl, they went to this foundation,
Oh
this
my
event,
God.
and the music is just dead. There's like 5 girls in the room, and all of a sudden he walks through and the music starts playing.
Okay.
He's
He's
the
got a
check.
legitimate coin though.
I'm sure he
got
does.
it.
No,
Real
he
money.
does.
I'm sure he does.
Google
Real
him. He has a
money.
wiki page too.
But I
Yeah,
have
look at
to
your life.
know, or I have to ask you guys, is it okay to offer your wife a present
Yes.
at a charity event?
Why
She had a
yes.
cake too with high heels and a purse on
Like,
it.
it's not for you.
It's in poor taste.
Save the
It is in poor taste,
in
right?
poor
I mean, you can do it, obviously, but
You give
is
it to
in poor
her at
taste.
home, like, honey, congratulations on a great event. You don't bring
Right.
it out at
Wait a
that.
minute!
That's
Whoa, whoa,
thank
whoa, 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 whoa!
Thank
Over
you.
my head!
If that's
Over
what
my
I
head!
want, I'm
That
fine
money
with it.
wasn't for the event. He
No,
was
the
like, "Here,
gift.
girl."
He
No, the money
gifted
was-
her the purse, the Chanel
gift.
purse.
He
The
gifted
check.
her the purse and the check for the. Well, the purse was for her. The check
Check
was
is
for
for
the
the foundation.
foundation.
But I mean, the purse was wrapped up with a bow around it. It's like, here you go,
what the hell
honey.
are them
Let's
kids
all
gonna do with a
watch
Chanel
her.
purse?
And no shade, but was the
That was for
purse probably
TV.
come more money than the
Yeah.
actual?
Probably.
I don't know how much the check was for, but it was Chanel. That was
Somebody said
250.
Well, somebody said
grand, baby.
25,
That's a few grand.
250,000.
Yeah.
Who said? You
Corrine,
said
you said-
200?
Yeah.
The check was
Rewind it.
250.
Rewind.
Rewind.
So okay, they're at the event, and Miss Kenya is going through it. She's playing a gay male at this thing. She's like, "Girl, where is Lawrence? So I can."
Right.
I have a few things to tell him.
Can
you
we
wanted
pause
to sit.
really quick
Go ahead.
though? Kanya.
Who was she?
Yeah.
Let's take a long.
You
pause.
noticed
why
the
was she there?
silence? Exactly.
Why was she there?
That's
And why was she
Kanya.
wearing that dress?
Why were you wearing that
And I
dress?
bet you Kenya picked that
It
dress
was a
out for her.
really bad, like,
It was-
Kenya was like,
bridesmaid
"Yes,
dress.
girl, wear that."
It had it boxy. It wasn't fitted very well.
Kanya.
Sorry.
Blank
But-
stare.
Yeah.
And you can obviously tell Kenya probably walks all over her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because she had no opinion.
And she wasn't.
exactly. She was not cute. Let's just say it.
You didn't have to whisper that. We're not nice anyway.
No, she
we
looked
good.
old.
She did look old.
Really old.
Come on, but
but then
Kenya's
again-
hanging out with her age.
I know.
women,
She
like-
looked like she was a 40-something, and Kenya's 40.
And Kenya, this is coming from your fans.
That
and
was so
hey,
read.
I'm going to defend Kenya, though, at the event.
Go ahead.
I do believe that it was in very poor practice that whatever her name is couldn't
Portia.
say her name and say her proper title and all of that. Because
She said her
even-
name. correctly,
Whatever
right?
Kenya Moore from whatever she had incorrect. I mean, it's sort of like standard that if you have to write it down, if you invite a guest that is a celebrity, whatever, you at least note like who this person is and say it correctly and how they want to be.
Are we
introduced.
Here's my thing, because she said Miss Kenya Moore, Miss former America. Now, there's a difference between Miss
Former
America
America.
and Miss USA, correct?
Which one is the good one?
Miss America's the like really prestigious one.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I'm not being hateful towards
yeah.
Kenya,
Hey,
but it is.
are we supposed to
Miss
know
USA
that?
is kind of the trashy like Donald Trump. one.
Okay, that's the Donald Trump.
Really?
one.
I'm not
Got it.
trying to be mean, but Miss America's the one where you will never find them do it. Well, you probably will, but those are like the ones. At the end of the show, Kenya's like, and that's why I will beat somebody up and tell them what up. And I'm like, that's the difference between Miss USA and Miss America.
Right, I
Miss
like
Americas
that.
don't talk like that.
I don't think you'd hear Vanessa Williams say something like
Right.
that, though.
Do they still do
She's
that?
a lady.
She's a lady.
Well, I mean, Vanessa
lady.
Williams still
She
did
was
the
also doing
Playboy
porn.
thing. Yeah, so
Bloop.
there's,
made it
there's
okay.
always
That was
there's always exceptions.
There's always an
Wait,
exception.
so Vanessa Williams was Miss America.
She was Miss USA.
Miss
She was
USA.
USA.
I
No.
thought Vanessa Williams.
I thought she was Miss America.
No,
Vanessa Williams was Miss America, like Stephanie
The first
said.
one,
Yeah.
okay.
And so they're not all perfect because she did the Playboy or whatever. So there's
Guys,
exceptions,
whoa,
but as a rule, Miss
Rewind.
America's like the classier one.
Got it.
Vanessa Williams was Miss USA. 'cause
No,
No, I don't
Miss
think so.
America.
They compared them together.
Kenya
Well, that's just
Moore.
because
Is
there's
Kenya
only
Moore
a
is
black
the
girl.
second black female to win Miss USA?
Yes, that's why.
So who was the first?
I don't know.
They said it was Vanessa Williams, but I guess
that's what I thought.
we could be wrong.
Vanessa
No.
Williams, Miss America.
I don't know.
She was Miss America. Yeah.
Fans at home, please.
Please let us
Someone
know
tell
because we're
us.
obviously not getting our facts straight.
Either way, the point I was trying to make was I didn't even know there was a
What
difference.
I'm trying to make is irrelevant.
No.
Well,
It
I
is
mean,
very relevant to be a black woman and win such a high title.
Agreed.
No matter
It's a
if
big
it's
deal.
America or Miss USA.
get it right.
I get it right because if I was Miss USA, I don't care if you feel like it's trashy or not.
She was
I
Miss
won the
America.
title. Get it
Okay.
right. Thanks, Marissa. Get it right. So
Yes.
Kenya, I got it right. You were
know-
Miss America. Yes,
No,
USA.
USA.
There you go. See?
And wait,
See how easy it is to
Marissa,
forget.
you said Vanessa Williams was what?
Miss America.
First black
It was
woman
America.
for Miss America.
There you go.
All right.
She
Bang,
was-
So
bang.
who was the first for Miss USA?
I think they were just saying like the second black woman to win a title of those
title?
things.
Okay.
I don't necessarily
Yeah.
know. If
All
it
right,
was
but
USA.
then my
Does it
other
really
thing with
matter?
Kenya is please do not compare yourself to Michelle Obama.
Oh my God. Comparing the First Lady with the wrong country is different than confusing Miss America pageant title and Miss USA.
I want to give her so much shit for that, but at the same time, I kind of feel like, well, she's a cray cray, and like, if nobody's gonna like love her, she should at least love herself. So she thinks highly of herself, and she just is proud of what she's done. So she feels like she should be given
right.
the proper accolades for what she's
Exactly.
done.
The thing
That's
about
me
that
defending the
comment-
crazy biatch.
The thing about that comment is we get what she was trying to say, but it was
Her delivery
wrong.
is
Yeah.
We're just throwing it out there.
Way to choose a random black woman to compare yourself to. Like that's what it
the
felt
most
like.
prominent one right now. Before
That's
Michelle.
what it felt like. You can't compare those two. First Lady with a different country of Zimbabwe to Miss America, Miss USA. Come
I'd
on.
like to see Michelle Obama do butt booty modeling. I don't think that would work in the White House.
Okay,
Oh,
blasphemy
wow.
right now.
I don't think that would work. I don't think that would work in the White House.
OMG.
Blasphemy right now. So Miss Kenya runs outside to call Miss Lawrence, and she starts talking ish.
Can we? Go ahead.
Did you guys notice the editing though? She like complained about the girl to Lawrence. We went to commercial, and then when they brought Porsha back outside, they clipped her complaining about her to Lawrence with Porsha standing
right there.
And
Oh,
she wasn't
yeah.
standing there.
She
They were
wasn't
trying to
there.
make Kenya look so badass
Yeah.
for talking
Yeah.
shit right in front of her. It's like she was
That
edited
didn't
in.
Yeah.
happen.
Right,
I was gonna say if Kenya did that right in front of her again, I would have been like, damn, that girl has some balls.
That's
Like,
what Bravo wanted us to think. We're on to you.
wasn't real.
We're on to your editing. is
Wait,
getting very bad.
Kenya is gangster though. We gotta give her that.
But then she
Are
did
you
look.
sure? Because she was looking.
I'm positive.
No,
but
way.
then,
yeah, because I definitely saw
I'm
that.
with Steph.
I'm
Yeah.
positive, but then she did say, "You did." She's like, "You called me the wrong time." She did say it to her, but it wasn't quite as bad
Quite
as
as
how
it
she was
was.
saying it to Lawrence.
Yeah.
So what were you gonna say about this?
Oh,
whole
I was just
little-
going to say something very shallow that I would appreciate it, Bravo, if you stopped shooting her feet because I did not need to see that.
Thank you for saying
I
that.
think they were trying to show
And
that she was.
you can't talk that much shit about people and not having their stuff together and your toes are like a kitten. Done. That was it.
Well, they were manicured. I mean,
They weren't
she
cute.
had a.
Whose toes are we
Patty.
talking
Put
about?
those away.
Kenya.
Put them away.
Oh Lord.
Cover them up. Put them away. Don't shoot them.
What did you think
She
of
had
this
a
whole
petty.
little rendezvous outside?
Oh, of the two ladies, Kenya, I am a fan. It was unnecessary. I mean, she was wrong. I'll just say that she was wrong. She was at a charity event, no matter if it looked like it was the club.
Because my question is how much did you
House
donate
party.
that you can be this upset?
How much?
Did she donate anything?
No,
She
she
didn't.
just came.
Right.
And remember, she said
Thank
she was
you.
the most
Prestigious.
prestigious person there.
I don't think she was that mad. I think she was maybe just trying to go outside to meet Lawrence, and then she probably would have walked back in with him. I don't think she was.
She
that
said, "Let's get in the
She
car."
called her a heifer. She called her a
running.
heifer.
I call people
Okay.
heifers all the time. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
endearment.
Heifer, bitch, please.
Right, it's a bitch please moment.
Okay, you know.
I feel like when Porsha came back out, that's what really made her mad.
No,
Yeah.
she was mad. She told her to Google her. I mean,
Well, that's
Yeah, after she
because
came out.
insulted her.
That's amazing because Google don't go back past 2000.
Porsha goes, it's not even on the search engine. You're old. I like you after that.
So as we learned from today, Miss Porsha doesn't read, she reads. And I like these girls. I think this is going to be a really good season. And for that, let's go into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So again, we get Kim moving, Porsha versus Kenya again, Kenya wants a baby, and Phaedra versus Cynthia. Something about butt dialing and.
Oh, I think that was stage 2. I think Cynthia. No. I think Cynthia was talking about somebody and was saying what she would say to that person, and Bravo made it look like she was saying it to Phaedra.
Because what girl carries their phone in their
maybe the butt dialing thing, but
they usually have purses, don't they?
All right.
yeah. Well,
I should have mine in my pocket.
She has her jeans on, you know.
No, but
nobody butt dials anymore, really.
Yeah, that one comment.
Not with the lock on your
That
phone.
went out with the flip phone.
Yeah.
Like, could
Sorry,
you even
Stephanie,
do
you're talking.
No, the one comment that Bravo played, and it looked like she was saying it to Phaedra, and Phaedra opens her mouth, and then Bravo cuts away. I think she was saying what she would say to somebody else, and they made it look like she's saying it to Phaedra. Total fake. But remind me what's happening with Porsha and Kenya next week?
I think it's just a continuous.
I like these two because when we were just talking about them, I've totally forgotten about the old boring ones like NeNe, Kim. Well, NeNe's, kind of boring.
NeNe's not boring.
No, she's not boring,
segue.
but nothing much is really happening. So with Porsha and Kenya, I feel like we're getting a whole new batch.
Going after that
With this
Emmy.
being NeNe's last season, allegedly, do we think Miss Kenya could come in here and kind of take the role over
Yes.
as most interesting housewife?
She's not likable
She's not
enough.
funny.
Because we hate it. NeNe would talk smack and be up, but there was something about her that was likable that made her okay to be.
The fact that she was friends with
Kenya
Kim.
is too much just biatch that you're
right.
unless they balance that at some point, which they may. You never know. Maybe she and what's her name, Kandi, gonna be best friends.
I think Bravo's trying to make her likable by she can't get married and she can't have kids. It's like, yeah, because you're a bitch and no guy wants to stay with you.
You're freaking nuts.
We don't feel bad for you, right?
I don't feel bad for her at all.
No, I'm serious. Like she wants us to feel bad for her, but I really think the guys don't like her because she's not that nice.
All that bitchiness and stress and dried your eggs up. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow.
She's also dating Bill Cosby right now, though, too. That dude is old as hell.
Wait, Kenya is dating Bill Cosby?
No, they're
that dude
calling
is old
him
as
Bill
hell.
Cosby.
I'm calling him Bill Cosby. Oh my God.
He is not that old.
Gossip and news. No.
He has a flat top.
Okay, that is not stylish. That does not connote old.
Only old men still
We'll continue this. Make sure you guys continue this on iTunes. Leave us some comments. Leave your Twitter name. We'll give you a shout out. Follow us at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at DJ Jesse J.
Steph Bauer TV.
Mykee 3000 Watts.
At Just Saying 08.
At Stuart Starlet.
Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
And we'll read you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.